Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV as a breaking news. Artillery cells sold by Indian arms makers have been diverted by European customers to Ukraine, and New Delhi has not intervened to stop the trade despite protests from Moscow. According to 11 Indian and European government and defense industry officials, as well as a Reuters analysis of commercially available customs data, the transfer of munitions to support Ukraine's defense against Russia has occurred for more than a year. According to the sources and the customs data, Indian arms export regulations limit the use of weaponry to the declared purchaser, who risks future sales being terminated if unauthorized transfer occurred. The Kremlin has raised the issue on at least two occasions, including during a July meeting between Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and his Indian counterpart. Three Indian officials said. Details of the ammunition transfers are reported by Reuters for the first time. The foreign and defense ministers of Russia and India did not respond to the question. In January, Indian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal told a news conference that India had not sent or sold artillery shells to Ukraine. Two Indian government and two defense industry sources told Reuters that Delhi produced only a very small amount of the ammunition being used by Ukraine, with one official estimating that it was under 1% of the total arms imported by Kyiv since the war. The news agency could not determine if the munitions were resold or denoted to Kyiv by the European customers. Among the European countries sending Indian munitions to Ukraine are Italy and the Czech Republic, which is leading an initiative to supply Kyiv with artillery shells from outside the European Union. According to Spanish and a senior Indian official, as well as a former top executive at Jantra India, a state-owned company whose munitions are being used by Ukraine. The Indian official said that Delhi was monitoring the situation, but along with the defense industry executive with direct knowledge of the transfers, he said India had not taken any action to throttle the supply to Europe. Like most of the 20 people interviewed by Reuters, they spoke on conditions of anonymity due to the sensitivity of the matter. The Ukrainian, Italian, Spanish and Czech defense ministry did not respond to request for comment. Delhi and Washington, Ukraine's main security backer, have recently strengthened defense and diplomatic cooperation against the backdrop of a rising China, with both regarded as their main rival. India also warmed ties with Russia, its primary arms supplier for decades, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has refused to join the Western-led sanctions regime against Moscow. But Delhi, long the world's largest weapons importer, also sees the lengthy war in Europe as an opportunity to develop its nascent arms export sector, according to 6 Indian sources familiar with official thinking. Behind this exclusive report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.